Good afternoon, everyone. I wanted to get on here and just give you an update about what happened at our meetings last night. It is right before a holiday weekend, and so I'm a little more casual today, and I hope you all have a great weekend with your families and are able to kind of unwind and also, remember the reason that we are off on Monday, which is to salute those who have served our country. Um, Last night at our meeting, we talked about a couple of things in work session. The first of which was how we can better communicate as a city in emergency situations. Things like the water main break that happened last year, where we had an advisory to boil water, and then also, how we can better reach folks to tell them what we're doing when it comes to winter storms. Our city employees do a really good job in those emergency situations. And so, as a council, we're trying to figure out how we can better communicate all the work that they do. We also talked about noise, and there's a lot of conversations going on about noise in our city right now. Noise from downtown businesses with live music, pickleball courts near residential homes that cause noise, and then I think a lot of people are also talking about the vehicles that drive up and down Kirkwood Road or some of our other arterial streets with noises that really are kind of abrasive. And so we're trying as a council to wrap our head around how we can improve that situation without causing more problems for our police or for other city employees. And so we had some good conversations about that, and we'll continue those in the coming weeks. In regular session, I want to spend just a minute or two here because I voted no for the first time last night on an issue, and I want to give you my explanation why. We were voting last night on the first reading to appropriate $8 million into the budget for the Morazic Building Public Works build out. And for those of you, I'm sure you're familiar, we bought the Morazic property for 12.5 million a couple of years ago with the idea that we would build it out, move our public works over to that site, and then sell our current public works site for development that would be complementary to KPAC. There's been a lot of conversations about whether we overbid and bought for more than we should have. What's going on at the current public works site and that development there? What's going in there? The 202 apartments that are going in there. Um, I voted no last night because I still have a lot of questions and concerns about both of those properties. I view those two properties as inextricably linked because we're building a new public works site, but also the one currently houses our public works site. Um, my job is ultimately to represent the taxpayers. And um, in order to build out Marizek, we had to pull out more debt. And so I'm getting increasingly concerned about our debt load, but I'm also really worried about what's going on at the current public works site and making sure we have a development there that meets the needs and the wants of our residents. And so I voted no. I hope to have more conversations on both of those sites going forward. The council ultimately agreed to move that forward. And so we will vote again on that in 2 weeks. But I ran for office to stand up for what I believe in and to offer a perspective about the future that I thought our city needed. And I'm just not convinced right now at this moment that we need to rush forward on both projects. I think we should pause, reevaluate, and make sure that the directions that we're going are really in the best interest of the city. And so I'm hopeful we can have conversations on that ultimately at advanced. But I wanted to explain my vote because it is my first no vote. And I think people deserve to know where I'm at. We also did ultimately vote to lower the speed limit, to ask MoDOT to lower the speed limit on Manchester Road. And we did a couple other small appropriations that were in the budget, including our fireworks. We're going to have a big 4th of July fireworks this year with our 250th anniversary as a country. We've had a lot of private donations to help cover that. And so I want to thank those private citizens who have fundraised to allow us to have a really great 4th of July celebration this year. We don't have a meeting next week, work session or regular session, so we'll meet again in 2 weeks. If you have any questions at all, you want to talk to me about what happened last night, you want to talk to me about something that's going on in the future, please reach out. I am happy to chat with anybody anytime. But I wanted to give you an update on what happened at our meeting, and also wish you a happy holiday weekend. Thanks.